My channel started taking off when I was doing pill time with my gray tuxedo Digit. And he was a wonderful cat and absolutely amazing at pill time. He would tilt his head back and everything. He was just phenomenal. Unfortunately, back in January of 2026, he passed away, and that entire experience was awful, very traumatic for me. Um, I was dismissed a lot the entire time that he was hospitalized. I was unable to get through to the hospital a lot of the time. Digit was passed around from department to department, was not considered a critical case, and he ended up passing away because they took too long to get answers, which sometimes happens. They dismissed a lot of possibilities. They thought he may have had cancer, which I insisted he did not. And they also just said a lot of what was happening was due to his rare disorder that he had, which was not the case. For those of you who don't know, Digit had something called pure red cell aplasia, which is a very rare autoimmune disorder that causes non-regenerative anemia. So his body would destroy its own red blood cells as they made their way out of the bone marrow. It is a very, very rare disorder. Most vets have never heard of it, and there is not a lot of support for this condition. There are other conditions that are very similar to PRCA. One is called IMHA, which is immune-mediated hemolytic anemia. That is a more common umbrella term for a lot of these conditions, and it is the most common one that animals can get. Because of my experience with Digit the last 6 years of his life, all of the advocating that I had to do for him, I noticed there just was not enough research for rare feline anemic conditions. There were a lot of research studies done for dogs. There's a lot of course, research studies for humans because we're humans. But there was maybe 1 or 2 articles on cats with PRCA and IMHA and other conditions like that. And there was really not enough supportive research to help cats with these conditions. And because of the lack of funding, the lack of research, and the lack of education and understanding with PRCA and other conditions, can die. They die because there's not enough support to help them. And I had to watch my poor cat wither away for months. Nobody took us seriously. That being said, I want to take my experience and help others. And I have been working on something that I really want to show you and hopes that we can get this off the ground. This is a website mock-up that I've been working on. I want to create a research foundation for cats with this rare disorder because of what Digit and I went through for 6 years. There is not enough research that is being done for animals with IMHA and PRCA, but there is not enough for cats specifically. So this is the first mock-up that I have of just the design. This has not been developed yet. This is created in Figma right now. And you can see there it is not completed yet, but we are getting there. This is the idea that I have. The logo was created by me. This was the first draft of the logo. And essentially what I want this website to be is a place for owners and for vets to educate themselves on this condition. And then also I want it to eventually be something where we can fund research for these types of conditions to help these cats live longer, healthier lives. But I am hoping that this will be something where I will have all the information on as many of these disorders as I can. So the 2 top ones are immune-mediated hemolytic anemia, pure red cell aplasia, which is what Digit had, and then there are these other ones as well. But I'm hoping to have resources of what all of these are, how to best support your cat with all of this. I want to have the warning signs of anemia and these types of conditions. I want to have an area where people can donate. I want an area for researchers if they want to support this. And then I want an area specifically for veterinarians to learn about this condition because not a lot of vets have heard about it. And I want owners and vets both to have resources that are reliable. So at the moment, I am looking into getting this started as a 501c3 foundation. And I am also trying to get the website off the ground so I can reach out to people and create a board of directors because at the moment this is a solo project. If you happen to be a veterinarian or in that field and you know people who may want to be involved in this project, please reach out to me, send this video around. At the moment, as I said, this has not been developed yet. We are still in very early stages. I am doing this all 100% solo at the moment. As I said, this is a passion project of mine, and it's something that means a lot to me. I had to navigate the PRCA world basically alone because there was really no research 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago, on PRCA. But I'm really excited to see where this goes, and hopefully we can get something developed within the next year or so, get something out the door so I can start speaking with people who may be a little bit more knowledgeable in starting this as a foundation, who may know how to help with getting me a board of directors. This is a lot of stuff that is not my strength. It is not something that is familiar to me. I am not a businesswoman. I am just a girl who loves cats, who went through some very traumatic events with my cat and wants to help others before they have to experience those things themselves. I just wanted to show you guys that, and I hope that this is something that I can get off the ground soon, and any support on that is appreciated. All right, that's all I wanted to talk about today, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.